A survivor and advocate to end the fight against domestic violence joins us. She has a new book out called Hiding in Plain Sight. We're very happy to welcome Sarah Gallardo of Newington. And Sarah runs the Newington-based domestic violence awareness advocacy group, Sarah Speaks Up. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you were a victim of 10 years of domestic violence, and kind of take us through the whole process and to this point and of seeking help.
Sure. I mean, it was not immediate that I realized, the red flags. I think that for me, I didn't actually know how to react to them, what to do once I noticed that those things were happening. So, that's why it's important actually to teach people what the red flags are.
And what are some of the things that people should be looking for in friends and family?
Change in behavior. I think, if the person is actually being controlled by their partner, if they feel always suspicious, if there's jealousy, if there are, a lot of it now, with technology, monitoring computers and cell phones, but a lot of it, change in their clothing or their habits, kind of a thing.
You and I were discussing off camera, people say, oh, well, then just get out of it. But it's just not that easy. It's not that simple. What was the turning point for you?
The turning point for me was having my daughter. I had been through so much that I basically thought that was going to be the end for me, and I was so emotionally just beaten down that I didn't care enough about myself anymore to seek help. But once I had my daughter, I had to do something because it wasn't just me anymore, and I really did not want her to learn through my example what it was to be a victim and have her emulate that behavior after me.
Now, it's one thing to get yourself out of this situation and to seek help, but it's another thing to put everything down on paper and to write about everything for everybody to read. What was that process like? And what brought you to do that?
Everyone kept saying, well, you should write a book. You should write a book. And, I was like, well, okay then, but the process was
I'm sure it was emotional, just going through and basically reliving everything.
It was so painful. And actually, I didn't even realize that before the process of writing this book, I was so detached as sort of my way of existing, of my way of being okay, that it was through the writing of this book that I actually emotionally experienced these things for the first time.
Now, Wednesday, we have our book launch for this. Tell us about the event.
Yes, well, it's actually in partnership with the Hartford Public Library, and it's going to be there from 5 to 7 p.m., again, this Wednesday. It's sponsored by Aetna, who I'm so grateful for their generosity. And it's going to be a great time. It's a free event catered by Billings Forge. So we'll have some food and some beverages.
And people can pick up your book there.
They can, and I'll be signing books.
And you also have it on Amazon?
It is on Amazon. Yes, they can get it on Amazon right now.
And I also have to mention that you are featured in Hartford Magazine's November issue as well. So we'll take a closer look at you through that issue, which is fantastic. So best of luck with the book, and hopefully we'll get a lot of folks down there on Wednesday for your event.
I hope so. Come on down.
Thank you.